Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching GEEKCASTER, everything sci-fi fantasy. I am the host with the most. That's what I really want to say. I'm Michael, and today we've got Dayveonne, Bussey. We've got, the one, the only, Corey Davis. We got beautiful Dibs, and we got Sailor Leone. Did I say that right?
Yes.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
Doing good?
Great. Fantastically well.
Fantastically well. Oh, man. As I fade the music. So we're talking about toxicity in cosplay in our last episode. So it's like a part 2 to that. We're also going to talk about Black Lives Matter from a geek perspective. And was there something else, Dayveonne, we were supposed to talk about this episode? Rumors.
Rumors.
Yeah. Rumors, and I guess that would be cancel culture. So let's finish with the toxicity. So we talked about people just looking at people of color and saying, hey, you can't be Wonder Woman, or you shouldn't be Superman, and those kind of things. Both of you ladies on the show tonight, you kind of like stuck in the storm vibe, right? Anything?
Yep.
Pretty much. And I think they
Pretty
gave
much.
you Domino. I think they gave you that.
Mm-hmm. They gave me Domino. Yeah. I mean, you got to be a known black person because, like some characters like Vixen and other characters aren't really known. You walk around with the suit on and like, who are you? What? What? Right. Storm, from the white hair and eyes, right off the bat. So you just might as well go ahead and just be Storm for the rest of your life.
Wow.
I'm down for it. Let's do it.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to do Joker. I do.
You want to do who?
I want to be Joker.
Joker, okay.
Me, I'm thinking about doing Dudley from Street Fighter again, because when I first went to Comic-Con, everybody loved my Dudley.
I mean, do you think, like, the pushback for people of color cosplaying as sometimes a well-known Caucasian character, I mean, let's just be blunt, does it boil down to racism or just the lack of imagination?
I think it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Some people just straight out just say whatever's on their mind, and other people don't really understand, So I think it's a combination. I wouldn't call everyone that racist, but there are definitely some racists.
Okay.
But do you feel as though it's more lack of imagination than it is racism, or even playing field, like it's 50-50?
From my experience, I mean, I think that's a personal, because I've been attacked, and then I've been complimented, and I've been some comments that come out that people are trying to defend me, but not really defending me. So those people, we're on your side. You see, no, you're good for a black person. It's like, oh, no, you messed up there. So from my experience, I would say it's about half and half.
Okay.
I've actually seen many memes with Beautiful Dis as the main target, or some of our friends like CC, or Hey Jay. So it's just like,
oh yeah,
I'm a bit, I don't know. For me, I'm kind of over it. I'm over it. Like in Japan, in Europe, like there's face paint that looks like skin complexions, and they just cosplay like that because they think that's how it's supposed to be. And this is very, very common, and it kind of feels like, as we're screaming to be noticed and to be allowed in these spaces, it's kind of still thrown back in our face that, like, you don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. I still, like, go back and forth with my family. They never thought I would be, like, doing like influencing or anything like that based off of cosplay. And they were like, that was a white people thing. I've never seen a black person cosplay. And before I send them all the pictures of me at conventions with only black people. Like, it's a full mental thought process where black people are seen as a monolith, and that's all we're allowed to be.
Because to be honest with you, I experienced that in my household. Like, even as a geek, like, my mom, I think it took her like at least 3 years to realize the culture and understand the whole Comic-Con aspect and everything, and then she loves it. But everybody else is like, okay, what the heck is this? I'm not coming out to this. I like to keep my stereotypical what my mentality of what black is supposed to be. That's the
I
best
think it's
way.
more acceptable now than it
Yes,
was before.
getting way more. Thank you, Megan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Megan. But it's still a lot of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of like, I don't know. I feel like growing up, if you were a girl that was nerdy, you were either forced to be a pick me or you were seen as like not attractive enough. Like you were seen as the ugly anime girl. And now it's like, okay, more attractive women and also like the nerdy anime girls that don't, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we are not seen as the common attractive people. So it's kind of like shown to us every day that we're not seen that way. But also in a different sense, we aren't bothered with the, oh, you don't really like anime, you don't da-da-da-da. Like,
Oh yeah.
they try to attack women that don't look like they like nerdy things first before they come to us to do it back. And it's just stupid gatekeeping continually.
I get called fake all the time.
One of the
Like
first.
I write programs, I do web design, I do all this dirty kind of stuff, and I made a scouter. I never forget this particular one because he attacked me for making. I made a scouter, a Dragon Ball Z scouter, and it was digital. It did the readings and all that kind of stuff. And I put a little post up wearing it and turn it off and turn it on. And this guy writes, "All the fake nerds get all the cool stuff," and I'm like, dude, first of all, I made this. I didn't buy it, and secondly, why am I a fake nerd? What the hell? I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was a child. I'm not allowed to, do something I enjoy without someone saying something negative about it.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
that's interesting
so-
too because people could, because of technology now, and everybody has easy access to the content. You could just kind of go away for a weekend and then pretend you liked it ever since you were a kid. So I guess there's a pushback with that, but then just assuming that someone's not into it, it's really not a geeky or a nerdy thing to do.
Right.
It's more like these like pop culture. I just want to be popular, and I have something to prove because traditionally it was more like, oh, you're into that? Oh, you got so excited someone was into what you were into.
Right.
Yeah.
It was never, oh, I'm going to automatically challenge you
Yeah.
to a duel. Who could be the geekiest? Like,
What's your top now? Me. It
Yep.
changes.
Don't you say Dragon Ball Z narrative,
It
those don't
changes.
count.
It changes. It changes. Chill.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you feel as though you have a lot of competition? Like, not competition, but do you have like rivals when you do cosplay? Like, to be more exact, like let's say you have another cosplayer person that you consider a frenemy, or you may not consider them, but they may consider you as a frenemy.
Yes. I would say definitely yes. For me particularly, I love when me and all my friends are rising and doing great things. What I don't like is underhandedness and people trying to get clout because you release something similar and then they release something they did that was super old because they see that your same costume is being big. Now, if the same costume came at the same time because everybody's watching the same thing, nobody really cares who's doing what. Nobody cares about, like they copied me, da 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 da. If you really are on that, stop. What I dislike is willfully, like, knowing that I worked on something for like 3 months and you know that I release it a certain time frame, waiting till I release it to release your same costume, yeah, no, that blows me. Don't talk to me. But that would be like my frenemy issue, or people that use me to get into cosplay or share them, or all that stuff, and then they kind of like drop me. That's something that happens to me a lot. So I kind of like tend to stick to myself now and to like my close support group of people that I trust, because it's kind of like I want us all to win, but I also don't want myself to be harmed in the process.
I've experienced being used a lot where I'm friendly. So if I see someone that seems cool or like your costume, I walk up and start talking to you. And I've gotten experience where I've been shunned. Like, I've been like, hey, how you doing? They've been like, and I'm like, okay. And I walk off, and then they see I have a following, and then there's, oh, hey, let's take a selfie together. Oh, you want to tag me or something? And I'm like, really? Really? Is it that serious? Like, people are driven by popularity and exposure and all these type of things, and very cliquish. I didn't realize how cliquish it was. I mean, yeah, I guess you get things from having popularity in cosplay, so I get why some people, but I've never really been into trying to get things off of it. I do it because I enjoy it. Even a lot of the things that I make, I don't even post just because I like making them. Sometimes I'll post it if I get around to it, but it's not like I'm trying to drive a popularity thing or be better than someone else or compete with other people. It's more like I'm doing something that I genuinely love, and when I promote it or post it or whatever it is, it's more like just because I want to talk about what I'm into, get other people's opinions and things like that. Not so much just to try to get attention or to compete with other people. And I didn't realize how bad this was until now that I'm in it. I'm seeing a lot of the negative stuff that's in it. And it kind of makes me feel, I don't want to say defeated, but it makes me feel like I don't want to bother sometimes with it. It makes me, I want to meet people. I want to have friends. I want to get to know other individuals, because you want to get along with people who have things in common with you. But in the same sense, it's not as nice as I thought it was. Like as kids, I'm not going to say all of us, but a lot of us were teased. We were the oddballs. So to get into a community with people who have similar interests in you, you would think it would be different than this. Not high school over again.
So that's the problem. Nobody grows up, and also we think that people aren't going to be the same people that they are, or people aren't going to do the same things that people have done to them, to other people. And it's kind of just like, dang, yeah, we are all human, huh?
They replaced the bullies in school, basically. That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Different types of bullying, nerd bullying, and then, like, God forbid, you do something to a big cosplayer, and they decide to run a narrative about you like they did for me. It's great.
Wow.
It is great. But yeah, I really wish it would stop. I really wish that the infighting and the back and forth, or the oh, this person copied you because you have the same cosplay, but that's not really what it's about either.
Now, guys, definitely don't be afraid to chime in, because I don't want to be the only one on this, but I'm gonna go out on a limb because I thought there was cosplay, okay, just cosplay. Then I got hit with a no. There's plus size cosplay. There's POC cosplay. There's this cosplay. And I'm like, I understand the purpose of highlighting, especially when you have a bunch of energies that kind of want to pretend that everybody is a size 0. But I also feel saddened that we have to have all these subdivisions where we all enjoy superheroes. We all enjoy animation. Why do we gotta break it up,
It's like the table at school. You can't sit with us.
It's honestly because it was never an even playing field to begin with, ever. So, yeah, we had to make POC cosplayers years ago, because in the white cosplay world, in the non-colored cosplay world.
You said it right. We don't gotta play them games.
You said no discrimination. I was like, you can get Facebook for saying white now, so y'all.
Right.
But It was never even playing field. Why do we have to have POC cosplayers? Because in that world, we're not seeing. Why do we have to have LGBT cosplaying specifics? Because they are not shown as much. Trans, they're not shown as much. Plus size. Trust and believe, my friends get free shoots, and I only just started getting free shoots this year.
I got you.
It just sucks.
Take that.
The issue was we were all together, but there's a reason for it. I mean, if they did it right from the beginning, then we wouldn't have to do all this. Kinda. Is that what you're trying to do? Is this what GEEKCASTER's doing? Tell us.
I'm putting that on Michael. But my last question is basically we're gonna talk about the one.
Wait, are we finished with that? Are you guys gonna chime in on that before you go to something else? Because I'm curious to see. That's how I felt about it. I feel that it's kind of sad that we have to do that. You know, where it can't be just we all get together. So before you go to something else, how do you gentlemen feel about that?
I feel like it's like whatever you create, whatever you try to make a click of, is always something that's going to be. I feel as though it's always going to be people that's going to hate. There's going to be subdivision in it, and I feel as though something like cosplay, that it always should have been just because you enjoy the character. You should be freely to be dressed up as whoever you want, regardless if you're plus size, regardless if you're LGBTQ, regardless if you're a black male, white girl, doesn't matter what race you are. You should be able to enjoy being in a place where you enjoy having fun in. It's just like going to Six Flags. You don't discriminate on everybody that gets on a certain ride. Or you just don't discriminate on people that choose this ride over that ride. But, you know, at the same time, you're just there to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the whole purpose of going to Comic-Con. That's the whole purpose of going to the cosplay parties and all these other stuff. They're there to have fun. They're there to meet people.
Oh, by the way, those alerts that are going up, Skype is evil, and nobody email me at that email address. Okay.
Okay.
No, but Corey, how do you feel about? Well, you know what? Let me ask this specific because I just don't want us all to say, "Oh, this is a sad," because we get it, discrimination. So let me be specific for you, Corey. Do you feel that this is helping or hurting all the divisionary groups that come out? It's kind of like a reaction.
Yeah, it's obviously not a good thing, but I can foresee that hopefully next year, next 5 years, it starts to get better because you do see such as things like gender bending, how if a woman wants to be a male character, people actually get behind it and defend it, just like the LGBTQ and trans community. Everyone's getting behind it. So hopefully in the future, if I want to be Naruto, like, yeah, you can play anything because you can be anything that you want. I foresee it getting better, and hopefully it just continues to be defended for my right to be whatever I want.
Very good. Well put together.
And then, ladies, again, I understand the purpose, but is it helping? Is it working?
I would say yes, because honestly, if I stayed in the white cosplay world, I wouldn't be here right now. Honestly, I would not be here. I also feel like I have to put plus size in my cosplay because people kind of like get really weird. It's fat phobia is real. So like, let's say someone goes to my page and I didn't put plus size model or cosplayer. If I just put model or cosplayer, be like, what does this fat girl think that she's doing? Just being, doing this stuff. I feel like many plus size cosplayers feel like we literally have to put in 10 times a lot more work to even be noticed or be seen or even be seen as beautiful. And honestly, that's why I even started going into like other types of like cosplay, like boudoir or boob, because I want to feel beautiful and I want to see people that look like me and saw beauty in themselves too. But if you look at our pages compared to other people's pages, we have a lot a lot less follows. I'm like at I'm almost like 3.6. People I started with are like 10 to 23 point. It's kind of like very hard not to notice the blatant thing in your face. I have friends that make everything by hand. They dye the fabric, they make the wigs, everything by hand, but they're not getting the promotions, the influence. They're not getting seen ever unless they're being shared by other Black plus size cosplayers or by other non plus size cosplayers who see our potential.
You just brought out something really. I got to ask this because is there a difference between Caucasian plus size models and
yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you gotta think colorism again. Everything that happens in the outside world transfers into this world. How does like society see plus size white women compared to plus size Black women? Let's go into the nerdy sense of things. Let's say a cosplayer who is white and plus size wears a Morgan costume. That cosplay will still get shamed, but it will still get more views than a plus size Black person doing the same cosplay. It's the same as colorism. If it was a light-skinned plus size Black person, they will get more views than a dark-skinned plus size Black person.
Wow.
It's the same thing, but applied to our world.
All right. Well, before we run out of time, I already know we're gonna have to do a whole nother show on this. Because we only got a couple minutes left. Rumors and cancel culture. You know what?
Yes, you got this.
Can we do that next week?
Okay. Touch on it for like 2 seconds.
Say it again.
Touch on it for like 2 seconds. Preface it. You got it.
Okay. Okay. Go. Throw us a little spice, and then we'll do that the next show. What's all of you? Quick statement on either of the two. Just go for it.
Well, we're just in the stage of this cancellations now. That's what's going on right now in society. Everybody's just getting canceled.
Oh, man.
Some of it, I see. Some of it may be justified, and some of it, is just going along with society. But the thing that kills me is if you make up one little story, you cancel a person. It's a lot of that too going on. So it's a mix of just craziness. Some crazy stuff going on.
You know what's beautiful? You could hear all the backstory in Beautiful Diz's voice. Like when she says there's a lot going on, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Take that.
To be continued.
Da-da-da-da. Uh-oh. That's crazy. All right, what's everybody's social media?
I'm Beautiful Diz 1 since the first page went bye-bye. Beautiful Diz 1 now.
Sailor Leone Cosplay or Neko X Castle if you're looking for boudoir. Sailor Leone Cosplay for cosplay.
You can find me at IamGT3 on IG and Twitter.
And you can find me as Dayveonne Bussey on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. And I'm Michael7 Michael on Instagram. You're watching GEEKCASTER, which you can also find on Instagram. And you can watch these shows on GeekCaster.com. Also on the website has the cable time, so you can check us out if you watch on cable. Please support us on the website. On the website, please watch us on cable if you can. So this has been an awesome show. I hope it's been informative. Even in between, if there's jokes, at the end of the day, we love this stuff. This is why we're here. This is why we're talking about it. There's tons of people out there that love it. If you love it like we love it, you can get involved with us. Just hit us up. But hey, man, no shaming, okay? Let's for this episode, let's just put that out there to stop shaming people for loving what they love. Because, come on, ridiculous. It's playing pretend, okay? It's it's superheroes. It's animation. It's just storytelling. Like, why are people shaming people for what they like and viciously competing to see, well, I like Star Wars more than you, so you're not real. You know? I mean, why do you think that is happening, guys? Like, because it seems like it just changed, like a decade, it just changed. Not even a full decade, like 5 years, everything has flipped.
I mean, I've been dealing with this my whole life. So, I mean, I think because more women realized that they were allowed to like this type of thing rather than like stuck to watch, you know, whatever they thought black girls were watching and only watching and made them only watch. I even heard some people say that they used to lie about liking anime in middle school because they didn't want to be bullied by other black people. So
that's crazy. Wow.
I would hope now that it is getting a little bigger, we don't have to argue about it.
Wait a minute, Corey, why are you smiling like you were one of the bullies, Corey?
No.
Digimon, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon and coming for everybody's neck.
You know, normally people look sad when people say stuff like that. Corey's all grinning like, yeah, I was a bully.
It's like, he does the anime glasses push. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I understand that feeling of being ostracized for being black and nerdy and the whole black community. Like, we could have that whole other show if we wanted to, but I completely resonate with that whole sentiment. It's crazy to me.
And we should do that. I think we should.
And also, don't feel bad because as an All-American football player in Jersey when I was in high school, I was young watching being the odd one in the locker room.
Right.
So it was like some of the guys that you talk to like behind the locker room, they started to reveal that they was into this, they was into that.
Wow.
But they had to keep an image, but I was the only one that was open about it.
Right. And it's annoying because it's like, dang, man, I was open and I took all the grunt work. But, you know, it's okay. I'm happy that everybody else is happy and finding out that we can do these things. But damn, did you guys have to make it so hard? Did you guys have to make it so hard?
They didn't have to.
Why are you bullying me? Because I've listened to Blink-182. I could listen to Nas too, but Blink right now is not like.
So
we're so multi.
Beautiful
I'm like,
Diz.
stop calling it white music. Let me listen to my music.
Beautiful Diz, is that how you became a fighter? Fighting off the haters?
Oh, well, I just always love martial arts. I'm not going to say it's from fighting off haters, but I can fight off a hater if I need to. Comes in handy.
Shots fired, and anyone that took that personal, wear it. But we'll leave that for the next show. All right, you're watching. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, I was going to say maybe for the next episode I was going to talk about the photographers I had to deal with.
Oh Lord, no.
Yeah. Write that down.
Scandalous.
Write that down. Put that on the list. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Everybody kind of put their head down and.
Yeah, because
like most of the time I just be blocking folks.
No, because well, we're gonna say that for another episode. I'll tell people why I want to explain. Want people to talk about that.
Okay, cool. We'll do that because we're at time.
Yeah.
You're watching GEEKCASTER.
Hello.
Hello.